Many people hesitate to ask for help because of the social stigma and discrimination that often accompanies the diagnosis of mental illness. So I was delighted when the importance of seeking help was given an unexpected boost by Prince Harry and touched on his own mental health struggles following the death of his mother when he was just 12. Asking for help, the Prince told the crowd, was one of the best decisions that I have ever made. You will be continually amazed at how much life changes for the better.
I completely echo that sentiment. Our family talks openly about our journey with mental illness, and it only brings greater strength, greater love and greater support by sharing the journey with others.
One of the things as a psychologist working in private practice is just the extent to which there is a vibe within the community nowadays that it's okay to talk about mental health.
It is great to talk about mental health, and we've seen a lot of talk. What we need is some action to invest in proper mental health care.
The conversation certainly has shifted over recent decades around mental health. Perhaps the dollars need to shift a little more as well. But the reality is we have a considerable challenge ahead of us.
If you want to look at reform and change in the community, you need champions. And the Mental Health Prize does exactly that. It picks out champions. And the thing is, there are lots of champions.
The Australian Mental Health Prize has now become established as the peak award for mental health in this country.
I just think it's a fabulous recognition of some of the major contributors to the progress in mental health across Australia over the last 20 years or so. In Australia we spend about 5 or 6% of the health budget on mental illness. It's nearly 15% of the health burden. The two awardees are Professor Gavin Andrews and Janne McMahon. He's just an absolute treasure in Australian psychiatry, I think, and I'm sure everyone in the room would agree with that.
It's an honour and a privilege, but it also is something you wrap yourself in and say, I got that, I must have done something decent.
Moving on to Janne, this award is so great because it allows us to honour two different types of people, and Janne is just an incredible advocate for something that, you know, probably Beyond Blue wouldn't be interested in, borderline personality disorder. One of the areas where we still have a lot of stigma and discrimination in mental health care. They were regarded as completely undeserving patients, including by many psychiatrists.
I'd really like to dedicate this to all those folk with a lived experience of mental health who get up each day and face the day with a great deal of courage, and to my fellow lived experience advocates. This is for you folk, and it gives me great privilege to do the work that I do. We do it together, and I think that's why we're so strong in this area.